Next on the Midlife Mafia podcast.
It isn't just a reel. It's actually, there's a lot of rules.
We've been in jail already.
Yeah, the fact that you're over the hill, because you've just got to the top of the hill, and there's a bar up there. There's a dance floor.
I fall asleep and I hit myself in the face with the phone. And it's kind of scary because I don't know if we're supposed to know what it means.
I just didn't like, maybe because in my head I was comparing it to how I used to look, but I just didn't like it. And the best part is there's no one to call and ask why.
Welcome to the Midlife Mafia podcast. My name is Christy. This episode, social media what?
I'm Elle, and the first thing I ever watched on YouTube were music videos. That's pretty much what I thought social media was. Music videos on demand. The Midlife Mafia is an experience geared towards women over 40. We're going to make you feel powerful, enlightened, and confident about the woman you are and what the future has in store for you. We're two very different women today.
Without our Marietta.
Without our Marietta, and we miss her dearly, and we dedicate this show to Marietta.
She'll be back next episode.
Yes, and we're going to talk about all kinds of things, from finance to empty nest syndrome to beauty, and maybe things that Mom forgot to tell you about, which Marietta doesn't want to talk about either, so maybe we'll talk about those today. Midlife is a time of change. It's a time of reflection. Most importantly, though, it's a time of growth. It's a time where we can use our past experiences to help us guide our future, because we've done things and learned things, and we've got so much life ahead of us, and we can use all this vast knowledge that we've acquired to make it a fabulous life for us. So today we're talking about social media. And the social media that moves us, I guess. Like why we started this podcast. Because a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to start a podcast, or you should do a podcast. But
I don't remember exactly how it came up, though.
You brought it up?
No, actually, a few years ago.
Oh,
For Christmas, I bought you podcasting to do from your house.
Yeah.
As you always spoke about on the radio. I said, why don't you just do a podcast? Why don't you do it? But then I rented the space for a billing office, and then we decided, whatever we were talking about one day, I'm like, all right, let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot.
And that was the beginning of Christy learning every single thing about podcasting. She's now a producer, a director.
Not even close.
No, but you learned like a lot, so much. Like it's amazing, like all those programs. Because when you have OCD, you will not stop until you know everything about it.
And the wiring, and I had to.
Oh my God! And then the wires have to be off the floor because I'll trip them, and that's a whole.
Well, that's normally happens.
Yeah, but.
Pretty interesting to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, to make a studio is pretty interesting. Little by little, we added things, but we knew exactly how we wanted it.
You did.
Well, I did.
I was along for the ride.
Right.
I was like, give me some headphones and I'm good.
Let's change it. So the walls are actually navy blue because it was going to be part of Prime Dental.
Right.
And then I was like, you know what? I like navy blue anyway. Let's just keep it that way.
Yep.
What was the main reason we did it?
Well, I wanted to share my experiences with perimenopause because they sucked. And I actually went through a year of feeling like I was not myself, and it was horrible. I mean, I can't even tell you. And it came out of nowhere. It's like one day I started crying and just never stopped. I mean, it was like the worst feeling in the world. It was a horrible feeling. And I went to the doctor, of course, and they were like, oh, have this dandelion root. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I had it because, of course, I'll try. At that point, I would have tried anything, to feel better, because I just didn't feel like myself. And I didn't want my kids to see me that way. They're older. And
well, they did see you that way, but
I know. How terrifying is that? I remember seeing my mom sick when I was a kid was like really traumatizing. And I didn't want my kids to see me like going through all of these emotional struggles, because that's really what it was. My hormones were completely out of whack, and I didn't know what to do about it. And it was just getting worse and worse and worse.
So different for everybody.
Yeah, everyone has a different...
And it's hard. So part of the podcast was to learn.
Right.
I'm like, for me, who's not going through it yet, it's a lot of learning for me. It's a lot of worrying, though, too. At the same time, I have to be honest. I hear a lot of things, and I'm like, oh, God.
But everyone's different.
Right. I mean, the one thing I do want it for is not to ever get my period again. But I mean, really, when mine's not so bad, so it's not that horrible. But there's a lot of things that people need to speak about as far as that.
Right.
I agree with that. That's the reason, but it's not a menopause show.
Right. It's about midlife, because whether you like it or not, if you're lucky enough, you will get to
You
midlife.
make it that long, yes.
And there is a whole bunch of things that are going to happen in midlife. Your knee's going to hurt, for one thing.
Yeah, the aches and pains will never go away. But then also, I think it's a great time. I feel like it's a chill time. Not a really, but like not chill like that. But I think
You don't freak out as much over everything.
no, yeah, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. You couldn't care less what was going on. Sometimes you're like, whatever.
Exactly.
That just fell down, but that's okay. No problem. Not somebody like me with OCD, but
But even your OCD, it's like, wow, could you really leave that on the floor for like 5 seconds?
not really. No, not when it comes to things like that. But like I'm staring at it the whole time, and we can't even. I have to put my things in a certain area when we start the show, so it's not even. But as far as like with midlife, you feel like there's a lot of people that are going through it that can talk about it.
Right.
And now we see like this big midlife thing going on the internet. No, we did not start the trend, but we did trademark it in April. But
But Gen X has hit midlife. And
Gen X is a big deal. That's
Yeah.
why. So Gen X so I never had TikTok before the podcast. Apparently that was where we had to be, according to the books. And
I have
stuff like
friends that still won't do it.
Right. And went on it. I only go on to midlife because I don't have my own TikTok. So, although I did see that there is one in my name and it's not me. So I don't know. Full last name. So it's very weird.
TikTok.
But yeah. So, it's so like I see everybody puts the X next to their name or like they're in some kind of category.
Oh, I know. Gen X is getting popular
Yes,
because we're
very
actually
popular.
figuring out how to use all these social media programs now.
So I see how like it really is. And then we know the Gen X people are in midlife.
Right.
So, and some of the things are funny. Like, some of the things you see. I know you have the one that I couldn't stop laughing when I watched, which was good.
Oh, the We Do Not Care Club?
Yes.
Oh my God. She's hilarious. I love you. We Do Not Care Club. My favorite that she ever said was, we do not care if the medication says do not take with alcohol. We are responsible for our own bodies and we will do whatever we want. I was dying. And
It's so real and
Yeah.
it's so like motherhood over and midlife over, like everything. Don't care if I'm wearing the same outfit as yesterday.
Right.
Like, the things that,
don't care
Yeah.
if I have any makeup on. Don't care if I am wearing a hat. Don't
Right.
care. Yeah.
so we don't care. And
Right.
it's true because
care
you
less.
don't- you care less. You care less. And then I like the midlife Mama Donna. She's another one that is very funny.
You showed me that?
Yes. We got confused, I think, between both of them at one point.
Oh.
Something like that. But you can't forget the list.
Yeah.
When she spits the pen off, you're a person. Is
Oh, yeah.
crazy. That's some of them. And then we see some other ones.
Yeah.
It's
My
like
first experience with following anyone on social media was Waffles the cat. Because Waffles he's so adorable and I actually didn't ever follow anyone before, but Waffles was cute and they dressed him up and they put him through hell and everything for Waffles. But he was so mellow about it. They actually made a Waffles calendar and I bought it for my daughter for Christmas one year, the Waffles the cat calendar. He was just cute and it was just something. And it was the first time I actually was, kind of invested in someone that I didn't know, even though it was a cat. Well, they say the internet was made for cats.
And a lot of things on social media are, there's such a wide range of things. And it's actually better than watching TV sometimes.
Yeah.
I think, pretty much everybody says that now. Everybody watches. It's easier. It's faster. You only have to watch for a second. You don't have to stay engaged for 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
See, I'm not the scroller. I know you scroll. I don't scroll.
I scroll.
I know everyone under the age of 25 scrolls, like constantly. That's all.
And 46. I enjoy it. It's my relaxation. At night, I like to lay. Well, actually, I don't really lay in bed scrolling as much as I used to because, my hands.
You have carpal tunnel syndrome.
Right. My hands don't work the way they used to. Or I fall asleep and I hit myself in the face with the phone.
That's always good.
Right. Because I can't wear my glasses because I'm laying down. So I'll be up on the phone. But there's been so many things on social media, cooking, hacks, all these things. But the social media you don't understand it. That's one of the things that I'll never
It's
get.
complicated. It isn't just a reel. It's actually, there's a lot of rules.
Lots of rules.
We did not know.
Guidelines that we did not. We've been in jail already.
Yeah, we've made a lot of mistakes, and we can't. And the best part is there's no one to call and ask why you.
No, well, we did. We had 2 calls, but we're not going to name everything. But we were a clickbait or something like that.
Which I didn't even know what it means. I still to this day don't know what it means.
And that's kind of, and it's kind of scary because I don't know if we're supposed to know what it means, but there's so many rules that I sat there reading and reading. Even then, I can't help what our social media manager does other than they should know the guidelines. So but learning at the same time.
Right.
And then it's on our biggest platform, which is YouTube. And YouTube is, we have 50,000 plus subscribers or whatever. I think we're close to 60,000 now. And
so I hope we're entertaining you or educating you in some way.
And it's like, wow, what happens if our podcast can't air?
And we don't even know what we did.
Right.
We're trying to sit there and figure it out. Like, oh my God, what did I say?
And I'm like, why does it say like limit? I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But we figured it out. And now
we think
we're
not 100% sure.
We think we figured it out. I mean, even we made a short and Elle mentioned the word blood. And then that was this whole thing going to get flagged because I mentioned blood.
Yeah, exactly. Which is just ridiculous because things are what they are.
Because we're women and we'll speak about anything. So blood is blood.
Right. I mean, it's like a part of life. I mean, there's some things that I guess you shouldn't show on TV, which some things that have been on social media, like people getting murdered and stuff, that should not happen.
But scaring the shit out of Marietta was funny.
It's not that hard to scare her.
I know, but it took a lot of planning to get it at that point.
I have something that's really going to scare her. It actually has scared her so much that I've never even brought it up. Well, I brought it up, but we've never done it because I want to do an episode about sex because your libido is one of those things that changes in midlife. I mean, we are not our grandmother's midlife. We are not our mother's midlife. We have so many more resources. We're so much more open about things. It's a different world. And we're so much more connected. And so I want to destigmatize the fact that you're, over the hill because you've just got to the top of the hill and there's a bar up there and there's a dance floor.
I'm not at the top yet.
But it's like, I remember I went to a birthday party when my kids were little and you had to climb this rope thing. It was like a rope tower. And we finally climbed it, me and the other parents. And we were like, there should be a bar up here. We really worked hard. But that's how midlife is. You get to a point where you're like, you should celebrate yourself. You should celebrate that you have these accomplishments and that you have this life where you can bring these accomplishments with you on the journey and you can share them.
You're supposed to be happier, I think. I really feel that you should be. A lot of people aren't. And that's why
it's scary. Change is
scary. And the mood and the hormones make you not. I mean, I can't imagine how some people feel because I've seen what you felt like. I've seen other people go through it too. And I've seen some really scary things, and I'm sure the pain and, people have a lot of pain. But it's never as bad as what somebody else is going through. And that's something that we never look at. One of the main people that I started watching social media was, and Amanda could attest to this because every morning I would come in and I would watch, and her name was Deborah Finnick. I think I'm saying it correctly. And she was dying of cancer. And I felt that it was very brave for her to go on there. Mm-hmm. Supposedly her background was Nanny 911 star, which I didn't know until today.
Oh, really?
Actually. But I watched her every single day, her post, and she had, I think, 3 sets of twins.
She must have been a really nurturing person.
Great. What a great mom. And every day I kept on saying, I don't think I can handle if something happens to this woman. And, it was like totally devastating when she passed. Mm-hmm. I think she was 57 years old, not ready to go. And it turned out she actually was waked in Dyke Heights, which was even more crazy because I didn't even know. I guess that's why I found her on the internet possibly. But I would scroll.
Like a mile away from her studio.
Right. But like 5 minutes from the house to where the funeral home was. And, and it was just, I don't think I've ever watched social media and actually cried. And didn't want to see it. And I felt such a pit in my stomach. And every day when she was getting sicker, I would feel sick. Like, please don't make this woman. If anybody can just survive, please let her survive. And I know we've all been through it in our life with somebody that passed and stuff. It's just the way she wasn't mad.
Right.
She wasn't mad. It was inspirational. She showed the world. So I watch her and I it's just that one day I wish I would go on and see her again. You know, she was it was at the end of the day, it was sad, but it was happy at the same
She
time.
made you feel good because
She made
was
you feel
brave.
good. She was brave woman. One of probably my favorite, I guess, influencers or whatever on. I don't think I've had another one that's been my favorite.
And that's like when I think of influencers, I don't necessarily have a good connotation with it, but that is a good influence. That's showing you how to be positive in an adverse situation.
I think a lot of them are positive.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say influencers or.
I don't know enough. I mean, if Waffles the cat is an influencer, then he's positive.
I mean, is the midlife mama or and all that stuff? They're positive.
The We Do Not Care Club. She's just
positive,
like,
though.
oh my God, she's hilarious.
Funny. That's her therapy though, and that's funny. And people are imitating her and stuff like that. So she got her thing across everybody, and she's funny.
Hilarious.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of people on the internet that are you just watch and you're like, oh, and then some of them bring you back childhood memories. Like, you know, there's a big Italian kind of tradition thing on there. I love Madalena and Mauro. I think they're from Carlo's Bakery. One of the
What do they
sister.
do?
Just Be Normal, cook. They do show the bakery, Carlo's Bakery and stuff like that, but not like she works in there or whatever.
Right.
They work there. And that's their family anyway, but so it's their business too.
Is she the Marshall's Hall?
Yes, and I remember I said, this woman cracks me up when she does the Marshall's Hall, and that Marshall's happens to be like my favorite place to go.
We love Marshall's.
We love it because you just find things sometimes. It's not always, but you do.
Yeah, but they opened Ross right by the Marshall.
I know now you don't want to go to
They opened a Ross. I can't even explain it to you.
Still, sometimes Marshalls, you could just find something that you just never knew you wanted. And then you buy a lot of
Find
shit.
a lot of things that you didn't know
Right, you come home with like the lint thing or something you don't need.
Right. But yeah, I wanted to, with this podcast, I wanted people to feel comfortable talking about whatever it is that is going on in their midlife life. You know, whether it's, you know, how you don't like the same movies that you used to like, or how you don't have the energy to do whatever it is that you used to do, how you don't go to the gym anymore because your knee hurts, whatever it is. You don't have to be ashamed of the fact that, you know, you're getting older and things are changing. It's like, embrace it and love it. And, you know, you don't have to love it, but you could take the lessons that you learn and bring them forward and, you know, tell your kids boring stories about when you were a kid.
Right. I mean, also, like, we don't want to sit there bitching about being midlife women. Because I like I said, I think it's a decent time right now. 46 is actually a good time. The 40s have not been so bad.
I loved my 40s. That was, I started
you also
off,
had a kid in 40.
I started off my 40s pregnant.
So you did everything in your 40s.
Yeah. I started off in my 40s being pregnant. And then by the time I was 51, I was in the best shape of my life. I actually wore a size that I had never even been able. I know, because I'm so mad because now I'm not in that size. But you know what? With less fucks to give, I've decided to give all the clothes that I used to wear away. And then when I get back down to a size that I'm comfortable with, I'll buy new clothes.
Or you have to do what I did today and get everything tailored to the way.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, you should actually, that's one of the things about midlife. When you're a kid, you're like, okay, this doesn't fit, this doesn't fit, this doesn't fit. You get older, you're like, you know what? This is nice. You don't find this quality for this money very often. I'm going to get it tailored. And it costs $5.
It was kind of funny when we were in there because she came with me today and she started pulling at my crotch area. She goes, because you can't do this if you don't do this. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what is she talking about? I'm like, I just want the pants to fit right.
Right.
And she's like, okay, we got to take it in here and take it there. I'm like, yeah, that's why I came here.
Right. You're a tailor. I'm not.
And she goes, find me one pant. But they're all different brands. So I didn't understand.
She wanted you to give her like the perfect
pants,
pair. And so she would make every pair seem like that pair.
No, I mean, any pair that fits me a certain way I like. But it was just.
What we're going to find out is how this all turns out, because I'm not convinced that it's going to have any.
And I'm going to, for some reason, I don't think so either. And it's going to suck. I hope she don't take the tags off and I can get away with it.
But it's going to be a pleasant surprise if you like all this stuff that's tailored.
Especially so convenient.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like those are things that you do when you get older. You don't do them when you're younger, even though it's $5 to, you know, get a pair of pants shortened or whatever. You don't even think of it.
It was $5. It was $25.
I know. That's good. But, you know, one of the things about getting older is like I have to dress differently and I don't know how. And
No, you don't.
I'm the one, but see, I'm the one who decided that because I looked in the mirror and looked at some of the clothes that I usually wore, and I didn't feel it anymore. I didn't feel the mini dress anymore. And I'm not saying
Oh,
you
you
don't have
mean
to
like
wear
that?
one.
I thought you were saying like some things were too youthful or.
No, I just didn't like, maybe because in my head I was comparing it to how I used to look, but I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, after you have some veins sticking out and stuff and cottage cheese, I don't think you should be wearing mini skirts.
But if
I don't know if you do. I'm just saying that.
but if you're okay with it,
Amanda's like,
if you're okay with it, less fucks to give. So wear it.
oh no, wear whatever you want. But I mean,
But I personally,
I mean,
wasn't
what are we
feeling-
talking mini skirt? Like, what's a mini skirt? Mini skirt to me is like really like mini.
Well, I used to
bend
wear,
down.
since I'm short, I used to just wear stuff that was like somewhere in between the thigh and the knee, you know?
Oh, but you could still wear that.
I'm not feeling it. I have to be honest with you. I'm not feeling it.
You wear knee high, like knee.
If I wear boots that are high, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's like I just don't, and it's not because of my age.
I
it's
thought you were
because of how
like going like with who, like hoochie mama.
I didn't wear that stuff when I was 20.
Oh well, I don't know, but I'm just saying I don't know you when I was 20. When you were 20,
How old were you in the womb?
3, 4,
You were not.
9. I mean, it's a big difference.
All right, so I could have babysat you. It's a bigger difference when you're little. When you get older, your ages start to kind of, you get closer in age.
Oh no, I mean we're very good friends. I mean it's not the age doesn't bother me. I just like breaking
She
your
just
chops.
likes bringing it up every 5 minutes.
But I bother you about everything. It doesn't matter. So
Annoying. It's so annoying, which is why I'm so glad that I have less fucks to give because I don't care.
let's talk about some other fun social media accounts.
Yeah, one of the social media accounts that I really, really got into, and I started watching podcasts just because we were doing a podcast, obviously, and I started watching Natalie Jill. And it took me a while to find a good one that I liked, and she is it. She talks about all kinds of stuff. She was like a fitness model. And so when she hit perimenopause, she had the same types of problems that I did. And she ended up on hormone replacement therapy just like I did. She's OCD, I think. She wants to find the answers to all of these. She's like, be your own health detective because there's so many aspects of it. You can't just go to one doctor and he'll say something that the other doctor doesn't know about or have any knowledge about. And so she does the whole thing and she interviews all these people with all kinds of different things, all kinds of different parts from hair loss to hair growth.
All right, just some of the things that are coming up in the next 20 episodes.
Yeah. I mean, we have plans for those things.
Yes.
You know,
we have time for that. But you know, there's a lot of different. I mean, I don't think I watch podcasts. I never really did.
I don't either.
So we didn't like you were. I remember in the beginning when we were starting this, you were like, we have to be on the.
I was very against being on YouTube. I was very for.
I was like, well, here's the
being
thing.
on
We're
Apple
gonna have more
Podcast.
people watching on YouTube than listen to it on Apple. But even though our numbers are fairly good on Spotify and Amazon, and actually they're very good, but we have way bigger numbers on YouTube.
And we're open too. Like if we get a lot of messages from you guys, which we love. We get a lot of comments, which we love. So if there is something that, don't be embarrassed. We'll take it on. Like I know that Marietta doesn't want to talk about sex and I totally want to talk about sex. I've been trying to find a good sex podcast forever. And everyone suggests them to me like, oh, listen to this one or listen to this one. I'm like, how you really have to try hard to make sex boring, in my opinion, but it somehow is in these podcasts. So I want to do something that's exciting and fun, and you don't have to be ashamed.
We're definitely never going to be a sex podcast.
No, an episode.
Oh,
Definitely. I want to talk about things that people don't necessarily want to talk about because they're embarrassed. Because I don't want you to be embarrassed. I want you to be happy with.
Maybe me and Marietta will be out that day.
All right, fine. I'll just do it myself.
She'll do it. She'll just.
That's the thing. I don't want anybody to talk about anything that they don't want to talk about. So I'm, not going to bring up stuff when,
But you realized that the YouTube was a big deal and that we had to do it.
Yeah.
Whether we wanted to or not. I'm much more likable when you can see me because my Brooklyn accent doesn't do it for everybody. But I mean,
I'm much more likable when you can't see me, I think.
But I mean, let's talk about a few more people because I want to. Danny and Jenny, that's how you say it, Jenny? They're two, husband and wife, moved out of, I think, Queens or Bronx. I think one of them was from Bronx, Queens, or whatever. But they're funny. That's another one I like.
So it's just their life, like chronically.
Yeah,
the
and
day-to-day?
now they just made a whole dating thing with one of the brothers of.
Oh, they signed him up for.
So they keep on putting they have a whole. It's fantastic. It's actually funny. And then I was telling Amanda the other day. So now that I'm a TikTok, person, I go on there, and then it costs me like $50 later because I'm giving stars and stuff to them because they're battling each other.
Oh, you have to pay to give people.
Yes,
Those are those things
Not
that
free.
go down the thing.
they pay us too sometimes on the lives.
Yeah, we made like $1.27 once on a live. I was like, rock on, thank you.
But then I can't. So because of my gambling thing that I have,
She's very good at it though.
no, not this year. Football's been rough. The other night,
just made-
I know. Look, you don't need to talk about it. That was after I lost plenty. Trust me, don't worry. And I think it's only week 4 or 5. I don't even know what week we're in. But they what's it called? They do a battle. Okay, I don't know what is that called? It's a battle. So it's just like one person's on, the other person's on, and they're basically talking shit to each other. But I forgot who Danny was fighting, but they put a picture of Midlife Mafia on because I'm under Midlife Mafia because I don't have my own TikTok.
We got on there?
The other kid tried to taunt him because we were following him and put us on screen on the thing. He
Ooh,
us.
thank you.
So I said thank you, and then I gave him like a unicorn or something, and he kicked his ass in like 2 seconds. But you understand? And then I can't lose, so I have to keep on pumping money into it.
She can't lose.
Yeah. So now I try not to go on it anymore.
I, however, can lose. In fact, I just need a sure thing bet on DraftKings because then I would win $25 because it would be my first winning bet. And so I said, Christy, what's a sure thing? What's definitely going to happen?
I mean, you're not going to win a lot of money, but you didn't lose a lot of money because you couldn't.
No, I didn't lose money, but the point is I needed a sure thing bet. And this guy who gets a touchdown in every single...
Well, not this year, but last year, yeah.
Last year, he got a touchdown in every single game. Every single game.
Almost.
Right, except for the one that I bet on him, and then he decided to take a knee.
On
the second...
On the 5-yard line.
He couldn't even walk 5 yards to get me by $25.
He didn't need to get hurt for the playoffs or whatever you said.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, because he doesn't want to get hurt for the playoffs. Chrissy's like, there was no one around him.
There was no one around them. He took a knee, and he basically didn't. Well, they won the Super Bowl.
So what did you start calling me because of my betting record?
You're a mush.
Yeah, I'm a mush. Don't follow me.
Don't follow. And then we have some favorite ones, right?
Yeah.
So we have the Flavor Rican.
Yeah.
We picked a few. That's
Yeah.
it. Kristen, the hairdresser, very funny. She reminds me when she imitates everybody. It's like my mother. It's like, you could shut your eyes.
I need to find one of those.
I like the Barada Babe. We just started showing
She's
you.
funny. She's funny.
And Rita, the cooking woman. We also, one of the people that we like, one of the other podcasts we like, but I'm talking about clips because we don't really get a chance to watch all these things. We love the Rage Pod. They're everything that we want to be, but we can't do it because of other reasons. But they are funny.
I know you love them.
I love them. I think they're so good, and I just want everybody to follow them. That's it. So
I'm going to have to follow them more. They break things?
no, but I actually saw a clip the other day, a short that they did on TikTok, and it was like Alanis Morissette, and I said, now I love them more than ever.
Right.
Like now you picked my favorite.
Right.
Here we go. And I guess they're probably, since they did that, they are around midlife too. I really haven't listened to the podcast. I would like to. Mm-hmm. I just see the shorts. So, but I think you would like it a lot. I think that I've been telling you about it.
Yeah. I'm still searching for the sex one that's going to teach me something.
No, but I'm scrolling.
I know. See, I don't scroll. I listen to the whole thing to see if I'm going to learn anything. And then I'm the kind of person, I still read. I read every day. I'm always reading a book. And when you give up reading a book, it's got to be really bad. And because it makes you feel really terrible that you can't get through this book. You try and you try and you try. And that's how I am with these podcasts. So I'm listening to them and I'm really trying to like it and I'm really trying to get into it and I'm really, really trying to. And then I'm just like, I can't watch it anymore because it's like, how can you be?
I like more podcasts. I mean, and I'm not even being funny. I just like ones that teach you something.
We were listening to one about auto mechanics, remember?
Yeah, I would listen to anything.
Yeah.
And when I used to take drives a lot longer for work and stuff, I mean, I would always put one on, but I would put more educational, something I didn't know I would like, or I
Right.
scroll. But I mean, that's another thing I scroll. You know, I like to give it a shot. You know, but now you can ask Alexa to tell you, put this podcast, give me a popular podcast, and you could listen. You could try different ones. I mean, some of them are so good, and then some of them are not. And we found one that might have been the worst in the world, but we're not going to say it. And the person was so proud to tell Elle about it.
It was so
And
bad.
we thought it was a joke, but they had like a drug dealer on.
Yeah, they were interviewing a drug dealer who was wearing like a face mask and sunglasses and talking about how women's looks don't last forever, so you have to have another skill.
Yeah. So, and on that note, also one of the local big influencers is Crispy Pizza,
Yeah.
which is a block away. But I'm gonna ban them out of my life because they never have the pinwheels.
I called and asked them if they had the Philly cheesesteak pinwheels, and they were like, "We'll have them in an hour." So I went there in an hour, and
I think this week I'm finally banning them because of the pinwheel.
no, they're always nice though. Hi, Louise, if you're watching. I gave him a Midlife Mafia T-shirt.
Yes, they're nice. No, of course I'm not. Everybody likes them, but I'm just saying, I really want the pinwheel sometime.
And one of the podcasts that you turned me on to, we were able to actually have her on our show, which was a big deal. She was our first guest, Danielle Mancata.
She's not a podcast. She's
She's an influencer. See, I don't even know the difference. So she's an influencer like Waffles the cat.
I mean, I see Danielle every day. I feel like she's in my room.
Right. I know.
She's the midlife mama now.
You get that. Yeah, you get that relationship by watching them live their lives and everything. So,
Oh yeah, and her kids are adorable.
oh my God, love them. Love her kids.
She's everything I can't be in the kitchen.
Organized? What do you mean you can't be?
I can't do that every day.
What, cook?
Yes. Ding, 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 ding. She's organized. She comes up with things that I would never even think about. And she does have a kid with allergies and stuff, so she does have to change things. But they seem like they're happy. So, I mean, good. And even makes her own dog food. So, I mean, come on.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot, Danielle. That's a lot.
Yes.
I know it's good for them, but that's a lot. But I want to do, like, if there's subjects that you want to talk about, I want to talk about them too. I want to learn. I want to investigate. I want to bring on guests that are going to enlighten us as to things that are happening in our life or things that might be not necessarily even in our lives, but in your life. You know, so like we plan on having my hormone therapist, Boris, coming in.
I think that's in 2 weeks. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know when they're going to see it. So
Yeah, a
it'll be in
few
month.
weeks. You know,
And then Christmas is going to be here, so we're going to have something for Christmas. Actually, I think the next episode that comes out will be number 20.
wow.
Right, so we're going to do something fun for number 20, but I think I don't remember. But we also would like to know who your favorite influences are.
Yeah.
Who your favorite podcasts are.
us.
Obviously, the Midlife Mafia we know is your favorite, but you can pick one after that. We are not influencers though, so we like to hear who you like so we can check them out. Also, I don't want to forget, because I did almost forget, being that I'm in the dental business, there's Tiff, the ADHD dentist,
Oh God.
who has a great story, who also does like your ladies rip the pen off and
Oh
things
yeah,
that-
she does.
We do not care.
That we do not care.
But I actually saw today that I didn't know she after 15 years she stopped practicing dentistry. And I'm very compassionate to the dentists because I understand the reasons the insurance companies are kicking their asses.
Oh, it's horrible.
And Lauren Ashley is another one from Queens.
She's the dentist. Is that the dentist that I watch that I love? And she just sits there at the end of the day and she's like, the motherfucking insurance company.
Well, she don't
pay
care.
me.
She's actually well spoken, but you know.
But she's like, the insurance company won't pay me. So I'm sitting here and I'm supposed to do this filling and my hand hurts and I have to go to Europe tomorrow. And, you know,
So I've spoken to her through email and stuff. And I think she's going to come on the show or something. But, you know, really the reality is, you know, dentist businesses, it's hard to be the dentist and run the business. That's what makes Prime Dental work. But dentists really have it rough. They're seeing a patient for $5. Insurances are questioning their treatment plans, you know, but who's the dentist?
right.
The person that decided to work for the insurance that doesn't have a dental degree, you know, I mean, that's where it becomes, it's really like almost frustrating. So it makes these young dentists think they're going to come out of school rich, which is not the case. And even then, they have to really do a lot of work to get that money back. Can't treat Medicaid patients. You have to go out of network with all the insurances to make some money. Where Prime Dental, we're in network with everything, but it's a group. One single dentist. If the small business doesn't work, and these girls are frustrated.
Yeah.
Frustrated for 15 years being a dentist, buying a practice. She loved, all she wanted to do was be a dentist.
That's what I was going to say. You have to love what you do because it's going to be difficult.
Did, but she got beat up. And I think Lauren Ashley, well, she's still there. She's got her practice, and I think she can kick some ass, and I think she's got it. She'll hopefully stick around. But it's like, why should you go to school for all those years and you liked it, but you're making the doctors hate their professions?
It's that's one of the things that's changing in the world. People
changing. It's not a necessity to have dental.
Right. I mean,
not
it's
life
never been,
saving, right?
You don't need your eyes and you don't need your teeth. My brother always said he was going to make a map of the insurance company. The person has no eyes, they have no teeth, they have no hair, they have no they have nothing, they have no fingers, But you don't even think about so much your dental health for a long time until it's bothering you. And then you think about it a lot. And the older you get, the more likely something is going to bother you. So the next thing you know, you're looking for a dentist or whatever, and that's another midlife thing. Like your teeth are getting older too.
It is a lot of people that behind the scenes that have to do certain things that the dentists don't have to worry about. When you own your own practice, you have to worry about those things. And it's you got to be either, what I tell you, you're either going to be a good dentist or you're going to be the dentist that just is a movie star dentist, like superstars. You market yourself like a champion. Mm-hmm. But they don't. It's almost like the insurance just don't want you to be a good dentist.
Yeah.
They want you to see 100 people and just pack into the schedule and clean teeth and get them out. The insurance companies are telling you not to do it.
Well, that goes on.
But there's many ways around it without committing fraud or anything like that. There's so many ways around it to, negotiate your fee schedules and do certain things. But you got to see a lot of patients. And one single dentist can't really do that.
Well, that actually leads us to something that I don't want to talk about, but I will mention it, is how this country doesn't actually care about if you live or die in the first place. There's a podcast that I watch.
But I'm going to stop you there, because if the country did care and does care the way that you want it to care, those doctors will quit much faster because they're already working for peanuts. So there's a lot of things. There's got to
be a different way. I know France is very, very proud of their healthcare system.
And then why do they fly here to get cancer treatment? I've
never run into a French person.
No, actually, it's very common for people to fly here for cancer treatment. So what I'm saying is, if you think universal healthcare is the way to go.
I never said universal healthcare because I'm not educated enough to know what kind of healthcare we need. But I'm just saying that I would like to live in a country where they care about me. Because I care about the country. They're going to send you to war. They should care about you.
Right. But they do care about you.
I hope so. There's a podcast that I watch called We Had It. And that they get into more political stuff like that. And sometimes it's a little too much for me because I want to laugh and I can't. But they make it funny, but sometimes it gets a little.
Right now the government's on shutdown, so everything is not happening. Nobody's got health care or whatever anymore, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm sure we'll wait a long time to get paid for the services that Prime Dental's doing too.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It hurts everybody. Bottom line is, can't stop people from eating. That's horrible.
Yeah.
So, let's be real.
Yep.
As far as teeth, you don't need them. Well, I'm going to be honest. You don't. According to the government, you don't need them.
No, I know.
Take them out.
They're an option.
They're not. If you could send something back to us, patient is over 21, pull it. They're 22. Where does that go? That's not right.
No, I think it's more, it even goes like when I went to Walgreens, they didn't fill my prescription. They said, we didn't fill your prescription because we had a problem with your insurance. I said, yeah, but the doctor wants me to have this prescription. So
I'll pay for it, but not everybody can pay for it.
But it's not up to you to decide whether or not I'm getting the prescription. The doctor wants me to have it, put the pills in a bottle and give it to me, and I'll let you know how I'm going to pay for it.
And let's be real, most of the insurances don't cover many of the prescriptions.
Right. And some of them are ridiculously expensive. There's an ADHD medicine, which I really wanted to get for my daughter. And
they want 1,000 steps to get to that point.
And it was $4,000 a month. I mean, I don't know how that happens.
which not many people can pay $4,000 a month. For a
No.
person.
Are you
So
kidding me?
It's just they don't that doesn't care. They don't, I pay $1,100 a month for my health insurance for my family, and we barely have coverage. Do you understand? So I mean, it is what it is.
So now we're a political podcast.
No, if we were, we would be smacking each other right now.
Let me be. Let's get ready to rumble.
Which a few times a week she hangs up on me.
No,
She got used to me actually.
I just, there's certain things that just like with everybody, and there are certain things that you care about more than other things. And there's certain things that you're passionate about, but that doesn't mean that you can't, be a civil person and a real person
Actually,
and have friends that
you've said to me before that I'm a lot more open-minded than most with certain things, which is true. There's two sides to everything. I have to read.
and I like to hear the two sides because you know what? I love to learn. And if the other side convinces me, I'll be convinced. What were we being told to shut up?
No, she told us that no government talk.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
She thinks we're being boring, Amanda.
No, but I think midlife women should be in charge.
That's the whole point. We're outspoken. I think your mother would agree with us.
Yeah, my mother ran for mayor.
She did?
Yeah. She ran for mayor, and then she decided that if she and this other guy both ran, they were going to take the vote away from, like they were going to split the vote, and the other candidate was going to win, so she dropped out. But yeah, she ran for mayor. She did she had signs on people's lawn and everything, and we went out and put signs on people's lawn with her name on it and everything like that.
Can she run for the new mayor of New York?
Maybe.
You told me not to be political. But anyway, if anybody has anything that they want to share with us, we would love to know.
We love your comments. Love your comments.
But I would like to see some, if you have this influencer that you watch or this podcast that you listen to or watch, please let us know because, we look for those things.
Yeah, turn us on to that. We always like something new. And thank you for watching our podcast. We really try to give you information to make you laugh, to just make you have a good time for whatever 45 minutes that we're on,
Yes.
Yeah.
And follow us on all socials. And welcome to the family.
We're the midlife mafia, we rise and we roar, chasing dreams, not dollars, we're settling our score. Wrinkles are our trophies, we wear them with pride. The fire's burning brighter, we've got